Alright, Shalom, call HALAL, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, or QADASH. That's giving all praise to the Most High, name of His only begotten Son, name of the Holy Spirit. Double honors to our teachers, the elders, and apostles of Great Millstone, who taught us His truth and sincerity. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect scattered abroad. Real quick, I want to go into a couple clips in this video showing you that the city of confusion is being broken down. Alright, a lot of things happening, alright, in America. And they said this was going to happen. A lot of shock level events before the elections, which we got about a month left before the elections. And a lot is going on if you're paying attention. This place doesn't have much longer. All right, as you see on the screen right here, it says breaking news: a massive fire at Biolab in Conyer, Georgia, is covering sky with smoke. I-20 is being blocked off as residents told to evacuate. All right, we just had this whole hurricane, Helene. I'm gonna show you some videos about that because you have whole cities and towns in North Carolina, that's completely wiped out. You get this whole thing with this port strike that's coming. Okay, on Tuesday the 1st, there's gonna be a strike on the ports. They're saying that as of right now, today, this Sunday, the trains are not picking up any freights because they didn't have nobody to pick up the freights. So I'm gonna show you a few clips, all right, and just we'll go through this and filter it through the scriptures as we go. But just know, man, the times we're coming into and here, and they've been talking about this thing called a dark winter. This very well may be a dark winter indeed. Prices is about to go up. Everything is about to get very, 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 very uncomfortable. And this is why we need YAHAWASHI and what YAHAWASHI has been warning us about through his prophets. All right, the prophets have been warning you about, all right, what is coming. All right, so let's just grab a few scriptures real quick. Let me play this so you get an idea of where we're going. Like I said, I got a few clips, and this is all going to go up raw, so just bear with me.
It's Sunday.
Let's see what this guy got to say.
Okay, everybody, this is update number 4. It's Sunday, right around 12 noon. As of an hour ago, the railroads are starting to not take freight, refrigerated freight. They are starting to leave that right where it sits. They're not taking it for fear that it's going to be left on the train, which is going to basically just take a car and nobody's going to be there to offload it. So the railroads are started to say we're not taking the freight. There's still no talks. This strike is going to happen. Biden is not going to step in. He can't step in because the port people are backing Biden. So he cannot step in.
I'll leave it right there. From there he speaks a little more political. We don't really care for that. We're just here to report the news of what's the situation going on. It says breaking U.S. East Coast port strike is set to start on October 1st, and this afternoon the railway stopped taking freight, fearing it might be left on the train. So the railway, the trains and stuff, they stopped taking freight. All right, which means, and then he said refrigeration, which means a lot of the food that's supposed to be on your shelves, this week, is going to be stuck at the ports. All right, it's going to be stuck on the at the ports, and shelves are going to start getting bare. Prices are going to start to go up. All right, so let's get. It says once we get the product content, let me just play it so and it's going to be a little loud.
So once we get the product contained, get the situation itself mitigated, and then they will survey the area.
Look at that. You got black smoke and white smoke, and I saw brown smoke. We're going to see that too. This is not normal. Okay, that's not just no ordinary smoke. That's pollution going into the air, but not just no ordinary pollution. This was a biolab in Georgia. Okay, so who knows what's in this smoke? And then you're gonna have, the rain come down on it and, put it into your water, onto your crops, and onto you people. All right, which can cause a damn pandemic. Okay, of concern. So we coming into a time where it's going to be, chaos on every side, destruction and death on every side, and we're seeing the beginning stages of this. The end is being made manifest.
And once again, we'll send out a public message speaking to whether or not you can return to your home if there's any further cause for concern.
And you're not going to see a lot of this on the news, all right? You're not going to see a lot of this on the news. Okay, that's why I want to report on it and show these clips. It says, nothing to see here, just a biolab in Georgia on fire and sending massive plumes of smoke into the sky right before the 2024 election. So this is all according to plan. All right, now they're talking about more hurricanes forming in the, in the oceans. Look at this.
Wow.
Look at this, man. What the fuck was that? Excuse my language.
Wow.
But are you paying attention to this? This is not ordinary smoke. Those are chemicals, toxins that's going in the air. It's gonna be rained down on people. People are already breathing it in. And I wouldn't be surprised if it migrates down here to Florida. For the next couple of days you're gonna see this shit in the air. We in some very, very dreadful times, man. All right, it's about to get very, very bad, and this is why the Lord has sent his prophets out to give you these warnings. Brothers been out on the streets for years, our elders and apostles decades, and if you've been not taking heed, then you're going to be in trouble in these last days. You're going to find yourself in a situation that you cannot get out of. Telling people to evacuate. It says shelter in place and evacuation is ordered due to biochemical plant fire releasing massive amounts of toxic smoke. And these things have an effect over a period of time. They have a massive effect over a period of time. So I'm just going to keep showing you these videos, and then we'll grab some scriptures. Bear with me. It says, if Ukraine got billions of tax dollars, then Appalachia better get billions. Music off. Of course, they're going to play the sad music and stuff. But look at this, man. Towns became rivers. All right? Water's just going through. Floods and, trees and stuff just tearing down whole, towns. People have lost everything, okay? And the reason why this is important too, because you know what's going to happen with this, right? They're not going to build it back up. They're not going to put any money or funds into this. They're going to say they ain't got the money. But they've been sending all your tax dollars overseas. This is done on purpose, all right? This is being done on purpose. Look at this. Look at this, man. They're not going to rebuild this up. They're going to, block this road off. Oh, that's another road that we can't travel down now. Okay, and this is from the water from the hurricane, eroding the side of the, the road to the point there is no road. You see the pipes down there all broken up, so ain't no water going to your house. All right, and this is in rural North Carolina. All right, so people have to, leave the country and go into the cities, and in the cities it's gonna be bad. and they're going to pretty much force everybody into these smart cities, into these FEMA camps, and what have you. I saw a video today too. I might do a little quick video on that. How FEMA has partnered with the NFL to take like 5 or 6 stadiums. One happened to be Raymond James Stadium down here in Tampa, Florida. In case of a national emergency, they're going to pretty much put people into them stadiums. Okay, which you see that all the time in the movies, but now it's about to be a reality. Okay, because they're planning worse things. A lot of shit is coming. It says, has the president even issued a statement on any of this? Have agencies like FEMA been deployed yet? I'm seeing a ton of videos of people having to do it themselves because they've been abandoned by a government that's too busy giving billions to other nations. Bring that back. All right. So this is the destruction, okay, that a storm can do, just one storm. And they're saying that there's going to be a few more storms coming, all right, in the next week or so. Okay, they're already looking at new storms out in the ocean forming. You already got a level 1 a hurricane in the ocean forming right now, heading this way. All right. And prayers go out to all you sincere brothers and sisters out there in these lands that's been affected by these storms. Pray that you and your families are okay, but this is not good. All right, this is not good. This is going to be devastation and destruction that's going to last, because your government is not going to fix this up. Your government's not going to build the roads back up. They're not going to do any of that. All right, we know where this is going.
Just jump on here and give y'all a little Just wanted to jump on here and give y'all a little update. I ain't got to see it in person yet, but I've had pictures sent to me. Y'all keep me and my family in your prayers, because from what I see, I have no fucking home to go back to. Just wanted to jump on here and give.
So you see people, he says, I'm broken. And a lot of people are going to be broken. All right. And I show this to show you that, this is going to be, the norm. People are going to start losing their homes. All of us, we're going to lose our homes. We're going to lose, our vehicles, you name it. Like I said, we was at camp yesterday, we was going into it. And, when we was going to camp, I had to pick a few brothers up on the way to camp. And as we drive in the camp, we seeing, we passing by the junkyard, and you seeing truckloads. I'm talking about 6 trucks in a row, 5 trucks in a row, back to back, with cars on them, brand new cars, cars that was probably still getting paid off, brand new cars, that was going to the junkyard because of flood damage. These cars got flooded out, and now they're no good. They're pretty much totaled. You see? So just like that, the Lord can turn your whole world upside down. One day you doing good, next day you worse than a homeless man. Okay, and this guy, he said he just he has no home to go back to. He has just become homeless. And do you think your government's going to help you? No. This is why we've been telling you to seek YAHAWASHI. It says prayers for the people of Tennessee and North Carolina. Let's see right here. This is what the video is about, people being missing. It says, where is Kamala and where is Biden? There are hundreds of people missing from North Carolina and Tennessee. Why isn't this on the news? I'm upset that this is not the #1 source right now. All right. Salakia.
Need to do something.
Trigger warning, missing people from Hurricane Helene. And they're not going to give you all these numbers, but yeah, let's let this play.
I'm about to share something with you that is very disturbing, and exactly why I made the last video. Look at this Facebook group with 13,000 people in it, looking for missing loved ones from Hurricane Helene. Why is this not on the news? Look at the pictures of all of these family members. Y'all, this is not okay. There are hundreds of them. Hundreds of people that have not heard from family members or talked to family members because they lost.
Now, as she scrolled through this, I'm seeing nothing but what appears to be Edomites. Okay? I'm seeing nothing but what appears to be Edomites that's missing. All right? Probably was in her home. The home got swept away. We're going to show you more videos of that. And we're going to get to the scriptures. Just bear with me. Let me get this out of the way first so I don't have to come back. But these are just hundreds of photos of people that are missing. You know, you always see it in the movies after a disaster. People be looking for their family members. You know, have you seen such and such? Well, that's like this right here, but it's on Facebook.
Y'all, this is not okay. There are hundreds of them. Hundreds of people that have not heard from family members or talked to.
So the death toll is going to rise. All right, the death toll is going to rise. You know, the last we heard it was like 50, 60. The death toll is going to rise, man. And even when it does rise, you know, they're going to hide a lot of it. They're going to try to downplay this. But we know this is the work of Yahweh BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, and it's only going to get worse.
Family members because they lost communication. Why is this not on the news? Why? We need to do something. Something needs to be done. I don't know.
You got grandmas, grandpas. They're gone. Okay, if you haven't heard from them yet, they done got washed up in that storm, them floods, and 9 times out of 10, these people are gone. These are people that lived, you know, in you know, the rural counties of North Carolina, Tennessee. You know, lived on the back streets. You know, a tree probably came through their house. You know, a flood probably came through their house with trees in it. You know, these people are more than likely dead. Okay.
But this area needs our help. These are our brothers and sisters in Christ. These are fellow Americans. These are neighbors. These are human beings that family members are looking for them. Come on, TikTok. Sisters in Christ. These are fellow Americans. These are neighbors. These are human beings that.
So this woman right here is probably the first Jake I seen, you know, which don't get me wrong. Some of these people could be Jakes, you know, but they appear to be Edomites. But, you know, for the first actual Jake that appears that you know is a Jake, that's the first one right there. Okay. That's crazy. But yeah, this right here just goes to show you, hey, the Lord is not playing. He is not playing these lessons. Let me check my mic real quick. Salakia. Okay, we're good. You always got to check that, man. All right, so that's the first, you know, so-called black woman I've seen, or black person I've seen so far on this. She's scrolling. She's scrolling pretty fast, so I might have missed somebody. But yeah, this just goes to show you this is the judgment of Yahweh BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI.
That family members are looking for them. Come on, TikTok. I mean, this goes on and on and on. We've got to do something.
There you go. So people are looking for their family members, and they can't find them. Now let's show you some more. I'm almost done here, but let me just show you a few more clips.
Now not underwater, completely cut off.
Somebody on a Facebook.
Get an idea how bad it is. It says Asheville, Western Northern Carolina are underwater.
Tonight, an unfolding catastrophe in Asheville, North Carolina. Homes and buildings swept away by raging floodwaters that have submerged the town.
It's beyond anything I've ever seen in my lifetime.
Parts of the town not underwater, completely cut off.
Somebody on a Facebook post said something about having to fly out of Asheville because you can't drive out of Asheville.
That extreme.
Yeah.
With no power and no cell service, crowds formed outside this hotel, one of the only places in town with working Wi-Fi.
We've been just trying to get on as much as we can and either get an email or a text out and just let everybody know that we're okay.
We met up with Cindy Tran, her forever home, a self-described oasis, ravaged by the cresting French Broad River nearby.
The water came up so quick, halfway up to the second floor. We thought the way it just kept rising so fast, it was going to get to the second floor, so we had to get out.
A similar scene in the town of Chimney Rock, virtually wiped off the map by floodwaters.
Chimney Rock's gone. Flying Bridge is gone.
Meanwhile, the heavy rains triggering a massive mudslide that washed out this stretch of I-40, a major highway connecting western and eastern parts of the state. One bit of good news, two dams that were in danger of collapse, the Nolichucky and Lake Lure dams, now appear to be okay as water levels slowly recede. Helene's flooding rains bringing devastation to Tennessee as well. In Irwin, the scene of this dramatic rescue. Patients and staff rushing to the roof as floodwaters engulf the Unicoi County Hospital. Boats and helicopters converging to quickly get them to safety.
I was very concerned that we was going to lose the hospital.
In South Carolina, crews dug this tree off a car. Strong winds leaving more than 1 million people there without power. Back in Asheville, residents resorting to kayaks to get around flooded streets as they figure out how to move forward.
Are you okay?
I will be. I'm every now and then. I was fine yesterday, believe it or not, but now like today things have been settling in and I just can't stop crying.
Although the water has started to recede, the damage is already done, and with more potential rain in the forecast, people here just don't know how much more they can take.
Best and worst
tonight.
So there you go. All right, and it's Salakia for a bit so small, you might have to zoom in to watch it. But yeah, all right, that's just an ideal of how bad it is. It says Biden's at the beach and Kamala at fundraisers with West Coast elites. Radio silence from the White House. This is infuriating. And I saw a picture of Biden at the beach. You know, he was laying down, chilling, relaxing. All right. It says Asheville, North Carolina is getting the same treatment as Maui from our government. Legacy media is MIA. And this is the same thing that like they said in Maui, that happened in Maui, where, you know, these so-called natural disasters, which people are already, you know, finding out that this storm wasn't so natural, okay, which we know was YAHAWASHI that sent it in the end. You know, it was his will, but Esau, he got, you know, harp, he got CERN stirring up stuff, you know, and these devils are pretty much, you know, causing these things for a reason, you know. And as we come up upon the elections, they want you concerned with, you know, where you're going to live and what you're going to eat, rather than these elections, you know. Put people in the bind and the grip, and you know, pretty much they're not going to build any of this stuff back up. You know, this city is, you know, this place, America, is going to be in complete shambles, you know, by the end of this thing. See what else we got. I thought this was interesting. It says this should be playing on every news channel. Private helicopter pilots are flying in supplies to areas of eastern Tennessee that are only accessible by air. You can't even get through. There's no roads. You know, if there is a road, there's trees, you know, on the road, and these trees could be, you know, 50, 60 inches, you know, wide across. So you got to cut them down, and it's going to take time. But it says the original poster, Evie Karevi, such and such, or whatever, said government aid is nowhere to be found. Devastating. So they're not getting the aid from the government. These are private-owned helicopters, you know, and pilots volunteering their time and fuel to run supplies to those stranded across the river due to the bridge failures throughout the region.
Wish that I was on a rocket top.
Knock that music off for copyright purposes. So like, yeah, the music does, you know, show you the tone, but it's better to just see it with your eyes. State or government aid nowhere to be found aside the highways. Look at this. Whole road was completely destroyed, man. No, if not hardly any news coverage. Okay. I saw this right here too. Now they do this little fact checker thing, which is complete bullshit. But it says breaking: major TV stations across the country appear to be testing emergency broadcast systems. Something big is about to happen, and they already told you something big was about to happen. All right, they already told you, but this is what you're gonna start seeing.
We're here to help you feel whole.
They're gonna come out with these announcements telling you, what's going on. It says this was due to CBS feed issues between the early and late NFL games. The emergency broadcast system was replaced by the emergency alert system. Slovakia. EAS weekly test consists of the header and end of message tones. This was not an EAS test. Link to EAS tones below. Yeah, so they're gonna try to cover everything up and say it's but listen, we know what this is, man. All right. They already told you before the elections, expect shock level events. They told you that 6 billion people are going to die somehow in the next year or so. You know, we understand, you know, the program. If you're in the know, you know what this leads up to. And this country is not going to get any better. It's going to get worse. It says, my wife's cousin has 2 of their 4 flatbeds. He's going to Asheville this week loaded with pallets of water. If you have a truck, don't wait on FEMA. Go to your local Walmart, ask them to donate items such as diapers, blankets, etc. Cut through the red tape. All hands on deck. Yeah, so you got people that's stepping up, you know, trying to help out wherever they can. But this is gonna be, you know, complete devastation. Let's go ahead and play this.
A heartbreaking sight in western North Carolina where heavy rains from Helene devastated many communities. Flooding and mudslides.
Look at that right there at the bottom of the screen. That's a Wendy's. And the water is up to a sign, okay, on the building. That means the whole building is flooded. All right, and the devastation of water is serious. But this is a whole town that's flooded, man. You know, that's about 12 feet of water, you know. Then not to mention all the stuff that's in that water, you know, trees and you know, all types of debris, you know, cars, you know, you name it, it's in that water. That's not just, you know, some see how brown and murky it is, but if you was to go in there, you probably wouldn't even be able to swim through it. How much stuff is in that water? Probably alligators, you know, you name it. All right.
Have destroyed homes, roads, and businesses. Cell service there is just spotty right now, so we're just beginning to learn the true extent of the devastation. The North Carolina Department of Transportation says all roads in western North Carolina should be considered closed.
So all roads are closed, meaning you can't go in and go out. Scripture says you should desire to go into a city and shall not be able. They're going to shut this place down. Rural towns in the NCGA, North Carolina, Georgia, Florida, and Tennessee have been wiped out by Hurricane Helene. Why is this not all over the news? So that's pretty much, you know, what I wanted to show you. These, you know, these images, these videos, these clips of how devastating this thing is, you know, and how, you know, you imagine in the next, you know, weeks, months, it's going to get worse. You know, this water is going to succeed, go back, you know, and then you're going to have a complete destroyed town. Let me see what else we got. Look at this. Like I told you, this is what's in that water. You may have whole houses just completely shredded, you know,
for union
in that water. Houses completely shredded. You see couches in there, refrigerators.
Strike for union workers at major shipping ports along the East Coast. Thousands are set to hit the picket line this Tuesday.
Let me see this.
The International Long.
Yeah, you know, X or Twitter is a great place to get, you know, you gotta be careful of what you do find on here, but for the most part, you know, TikTok, X, you're gonna find, you know, unfiltered news information. You know, you get to see from individuals, people, you know, on the scene how bad things are. This person is in his house. Watch when he opens the door. Now it looks like he has a brick porch right there. Okay, that's a brick porch, which should be very stable. But when you have water like that flowing by your house like that, what that means is eventually your house is going to go with the water. Okay, that water erodes as it flows through. And like I told you, all the stuff that's in that water, you know, all type of debris, trees, wood from houses, bricks, couches, okay, refrigerators, all that's beaten upon that house, and eventually that house is going to be taken away with it too, washed away. Down here, by me, we have something called retention ponds, which we had like I guess it was a retention pond, but it's like a field. It's like a field it's not a pond, but it's a field. People go and cut it. And they have these particular areas all over down here in Florida. In case of flooding, and the one that's by me, if you on the way to my house, I have to pass by it, and this thing is in the summer or in the winter and stuff when the rain is low, they gotta go in there and cut it with mowers. But for the past couple of weeks, it's been completely flooded, and it looks like a lake. All right, it looks like a little lake because of the water. Okay, that's just sitting in there from the previous storms. We just had a hurricane as well, and after this hurricane that came, it was the highest I've ever seen it. It was almost level. So it just goes to show you that whenever a storm comes, they have particular things in place like the sewers and these retention ponds and stuff. But after a while, they're going to get overflown and be useless. And only thing you're gonna have is Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, if you have Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI to pray to. Most of you don't. So
Si no puede.
you can bet that that's causing a lot of problems to that house. Okay. Let me see what else we got. Just a few more. Look at this. Now you see right there, somebody cut those trees in order to get through there. So you can get through there. It says, we were trapped in Lake Lure near Asheville this weekend with 3 kids, no power, no phone service, and a dwindling food supply. We only got out because some amazing souls led us through back roads for 2 hours to help us get to a freeway before the route flooded over. See, so you racing waters. You said before the route flooded over.
Cracking some kids.
And that's dangerous because one of them trees could be, still hanging on by a thread and fall on you. All right.
And how bad it is in the southeast right now. I really don't think y'all understand how bad it is in the southeast right now. We have towns that don't exist anymore. Chimney Rock is gone. The city of Asheville is cut off from the world. This is not an exaggeration. All the bridges leading into the city have been washed away. They have no food, no power, no water, no internet, no cell service. They don't even have radio. It's a complete dead zone. No one knows what's going on in there. I don't think I'm being dramatic when I say that this is a Hurricane Katrina level event. There was a woman in my town who called for an ambulance, and the ambulance got stranded, and they were stranded for 24 hours, and to my knowledge the patient didn't make it. People are dying. They're still dying. I've been running the generator for the last 3 days, and we're starting to run out of gas, and this is on Highway 123 heading from Aisley to Greenville, and this was a 1 mile long line to get gas because they were the only people we knew around that had gas left. I got all the way to the end and they were out. They had no gas. We checked every gas station in Pickens and Aisley and Liberty.
Look at that. And one thing too, when you have flooding this bad, those gas stations, the gas gets corrupted. You can't use it. You'll be pumping water into your car and messing your car up. That happened last hurricane. People went and got gas at a particular gas station, and the gas had water in it, and it messed a lot of people's cars up. And they were saying how they couldn't help them. People was evacuating, leaving, and their cars got messed up. Was stranded on the side of the street. Can you imagine?
Nothing. And I don't know what I'm going to do when I run out of gas, I tell you that much. Try to steal some from my car maybe to keep my food cold, but even then, I don't know.
That's
This is the I-40 bridge, you know, from Tennessee to North Carolina. It's gone. It don't exist no more either. We have people dying out here. Man, we need help. We need help.
There you go, man. So people are feeling it. People are feeling it, man. All right, let's see what else we got. I think this is the last one.
I want to show you what this flood's done. Everything on the farm drowned. Couldn't get everything out. We managed to save one horse. The rest of the horses are trapped next to the barn. We cut all the fences so they could try to get out. But everything's gone. We got a horse stuck at the barn. There's no way to get to him.
I think we'll... Dan, Jaden.
There you go. All right. And your government's not going to help you. They're going to leave you stranded. They don't care. Wow. That's just an idea of how bad things are, man. Update. Hurricane Helene has caused billions of dollars in damages and several lives have been lost. Where is the help from Biden Harris administration? Instead, they just sent $8.7 billion to Israel to support its ongoing military efforts in the Middle East. Make it make sense, right? $8 billion to Ukraine. There you go.
I want to show you what this flood's done.
Let's grab a few scriptures. It says, 2 Ezra chapter 6, verse 22. It says, "And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown, the full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty." And these stores, they're talking about this whole strike. There's gonna be no food on the shelves. All right, there's gonna be no food on the shelves. You're gonna go into these stores, it's gonna be completely empty. Shelves are gonna get lighter and lighter. Before you know it, there's gonna be nothing on the shelves. It says, "And the trumpet shall give a sound, which when every man heareth, they shall be suddenly afraid." You see, and that's why I showed you too that EMS thing. The emergency broadcast system or whatever. That TV when your TV get colorful, and they go beep. Well, I can't make the noise. I'm so sloppy for trying. But that buzzard noise, and they come and tell you what's going on. People gonna hear those sirens, man. You're gonna hear the sirens in the cities of flood warnings and tornadoes and hurricanes and earthquakes and all type of stuff going on. You had that Biolab that exploded. It says, "At that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies, and the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. The springs of the fountain shall stand still, and in 3 hours they shall not run. Whosoever remaineth from all these that I have told thee shall escape and see my salvation and the end of your world. Okay, this world as we know it is through. Okay, so whoever remaineth after all this that I have told thee shall escape and see my salvation and the end of your world. Going back up, it says, and at that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies, because people gonna be, hungry. They're gonna need supplies. They're gonna be trying to find, shelter. And then here we are about to come into the winter. It's gonna get cold. People are homeless. It says, and the earth shall stand in fear of those that dwell therein. The springs of the fountain shall stand still, and in 3 hours they shall not run. There gonna be no electricity, no running water. Okay, your government is not going to build this place back up. It says, 2 Ezra chapter 6 verse 7. Then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the times, or when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that followeth? And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So Esau's kingdom is crumbling, and we are witnessing the fall of this man's kingdom. Okay, we are witnessing the fall of this man's kingdom. So we all we should be thinking about is salvation and hoping that we get saved and delivered out of here. But most of these people are going to die. It says Ecclesiasticus or Sirach chapter 5 verse 7. Make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, and put not off from day to day. For suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed and perish in a day of vengeance. And when people was, they thought they were good. They thought they were secure. And now they're crying on TikTok begging for help from a government that's not going to help them. That's how quick, things can get very uncomfortable and very bad. All right. That's exactly how quick things can get very bad, man. All right. Let me grab this. Because, see, the fact that we know what's coming, we know what's going on, we're going to be in a better situation or position than the rest of these people. Because they're not going to understand. When the prophet's been out here telling them, ad nauseum what's coming, what's going on, they just decided to count us as fools. So now they're going to see. It says Isaiah chapter 33 verse 6, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and the strength of salvation. The fear of the YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM YAHWASHI, is his treasure. So those of us that know YAHWAH, BAHASHAM YAHWASHI, we're going to be protected and comforted in these times when everybody else is going to lose their mind. You're going to hear people blowing their heads off in the middle of the night. People going to be eating cat food and dog food pretty soon, if they can find that. And then after that, they're gonna start eating their cats and dogs like the Haitians supposedly was, right? Let me go right here. Isaiah chapter 24 in the NLT, it says, look, the Lord is about to destroy the earth and make it a vast wasteland. All right, and that's what the Lord is doing. I saw another video. I can't believe I think I lost it. Yeah, I lost it. I guess I lost it. But it was a video where it was just a bunch of, pretty much everything was flattened and everything was level, It was bad, man. Okay. This place is going to be a wasteland. Let's see what this guy got to say.
We have been hit by this hurricane in my entire life of 30 years. We have never seen any type of flooding like this.
All right, so, yep. You get the picture. This is the most terrifying debris flow. Ooh, look at this. The debris flow video I have seen from the flooding in East Tennessee and North Carolina. Look at that, man. Let's bring that back.
Okay. Everything's gone.
I'm okay.
My car's gone.
I'm okay. It's okay.
Everything's gone. It's all gone.
It's okay. It's okay.
Wow, you see that, man? They losing their mind. He said, "My car is gone. Everything's gone. Everything's gone." His woman, at least he has some comfort. That's how you know. Hey, man. That's Esau. His woman was there to comfort him. It's okay. It's okay. I'm okay. It's okay. It's okay. Eve would be, oh my God. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? You already stressing. Eve would be in your ear, causing more stress to you. But let's play that again. I'm gonna play that again. Look how quick this thing happens. Look how quick it happens. That's how quick it happens, man. That water comes rushing through and we'll wash everything with it. Okay? This ain't something that just happens over a couple hours. No, this happens fast. You know, before you know it, you are devastated.
I'm okay.
My car's gone.
I'm okay. It's okay.
Everything's gone. It's all gone.
It's okay.
It's all gone, man. It's all gone. Over 50 dead, including 3 firemen, and communities wiped out. Watch how much aid they get versus Ukraine war. These people need help now. Asheville areas have been hit hard. Look at that. Look at this. Farm dogs leading their cattle through the flood in North Carolina. So sad. Look at this, man. The dogs swimming. And they're leading the cows out. So many people don't have power. So there you go, man. All right, this place America is through. Somebody said they're mostly unvied. Wow. Wow, man.
Looks like it hit that house, but it doesn't look like it went through. Hopefully they're okay.
Probably not. Most likely.
Freaking power line. I mean, there's no way. It'd take probably months.
Yeah, so it's Creepy Joe. I saw this video. I'm not going to play it. They said they'll take it down, but they're looking at anomalies in the storm, straight lines. So there you go, man. All right. I don't want to make this too long, but I just wanted to show you a few of those clips. That was the main point of this video, to show you, how bad it is and how bad it's looking. Let's bring this back. It says Isaiah chapter 24, verse 1 in the NLT. Look, the Lord, YAHAWASHI, is about to destroy the earth and make it a vast wasteland. He devastates the surface of the earth and scatters the people. Priests and lay people, servants and masters, maids and mistresses, buyers and sellers, lenders and borrowers, bankers and debtors, none will be spared. Everybody gonna feel this damn pain. It says the earth will be completely emptied and looted, and the Lord has spoken. You see, so hey, this is the time we're in. The earth mourns and dries up, and the crops waste away and wither. Even the greatest people on the earth waste away. The earth suffers for the sins of his people, for they have twisted the Most High's instructions, violated his laws, and broken his everlasting covenant. Therefore, a curse consumes the earth. Its people must pay the price for their sin. They are destroyed by fire, and only a few are left alive. The grapevines waste away, and there is no new wine. All the merry makers sigh and mourn. Yeah, people usually, that's they're happy and cheerful. They all crying out. You saw a few videos of grown ass men crying on TikTok. Okay, the cheerful sound and tambourines is stilled. The happy cries of celebration are heard no more. The melodious chords of the harp are silent. Gone are the joys of wine and song. Alcoholic drink turns bitter in the mouth, right? People drink, usually drink to celebrate or have a good time, but now they're drinking to pass by, their sorrows. They're drinking in sorrow and agony and pain and frustration. You see, the city wreathes in chaos. Every home is locked to keep out intruders. Mobs gather in the streets, crying for wine. Joy has turned to gloom. And you see people that are helping each other right now. They're oh yeah, but soon there is going to be no help. All right, and once there's no help, people are going to get violent. When people have nothing to lose, they lose it. They're going to start killing each other, man. All right, destroying each other for the want of food, water, bread. Okay. It says joy has turned to gloom. Gladness has been banished from the land. The city is left in ruins. Its gates battered down. Throughout the earth, the story is the same. You see? So no matter where you go, it's going to be the same thing. Only a remnant is left. They like the stray olives left on the tree, or the few grapes left on the vine after harvest. But all who are left shout and sing for joy. Those in the west praise the Lord's majesty, right? Only because it's really only going to be down to the elect. All right, the elect are going to be delivered. Everybody else is going to be destroyed. This is the time that the Lord told us to warn our people about. So if you took heed to the warnings, good for you. If you didn't, you're going to be in trouble. Okay, you're going to be in trouble, man. It's going to be bad. It's going to get worse. All right, we ain't seen nothing yet. Let me go back over here. Shalakia. Let's go to Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 39. It says, Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 39. It says, look now, in the NLT, look now, I myself am he, and there is no other God but me. I am the one who kills and gives life. I am the one who wounds and heals. I am no one else can be rescued from the power of my hand, from my powerful hand. So when the Lord wants to take you out, ain't nothing you can do. Okay, ain't nothing you can do, man. And that's what we're seeing in these situations. These people, they're devastated and they're pretty much in a shitty situation. And really, there is probably going to be no help. More than likely, your government's not going to help them, man. All right. This place is through. And Esau's doing this on purpose because here you got the elections, you got all these things going on. They want you in a rough situation. Okay, while they're sending money, they're just sending $8 billion, almost $9 billion package to Ukraine, and Israel. You see? So I just thought that was interesting. I don't want to make this too long. You get the point. All right, it's getting bad. Okay, let me see. Let's grab one more or a few more before we go, if it be the Lord's will. Let me see what we have here. We went into a little bit of this yesterday. Let's bring it out again. It says Isaiah chapter 29, verse 6. Let me grab that in the NLT. Isaiah chapter 29, verse 6 in NLT, it says, I, the Lord of heaven's armies, will act for you. Will act for you with thunder and earthquake and great noise, with whirlwind and storm and consuming fire. You see? The Lord's doing this, man. And the KJV it says, Thou shalt be visited of the Lord, Yahawah of hosts, with thunder and with earthquake and with great noise and with storm and tempest and the flame of devouring fire. So the people, they got visited by Yahweh BAHASHAM Yahawashi. Let me grab this right here too. Because what we're witnessing right now is just the beginning. Okay, Matthew chapter 24, verse 8. All these are the beginning of sorrows. All right, this is just the beginning of the sorrows, man. It's about to get very, very bad. Second Ezra chapter 16, verse 14. It says, Behold, the plagues are sent and shall not return again until they come upon the earth. The fire is kindled and shall not be put out till it consume the foundation of the earth. Like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer returneth not backward, even so the plagues that shall be sent upon the earth shall not return again. So that's what it's going to end up with, thermonuclear destruction. Verse 17, woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? Ezra was, he's going to be around, and he is, more than likely one of the brothers that's teaching. And he's seeing this vision, and he said, who's going to deliver me in those days? So he knew that he would be back in this time. It says the beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death. We are witnessing the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of sorrows and great mourning, the beginning of wars. They're just talking about these wars, going to increase, and the powers shall stand in fear. The beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. But for all these, they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. You see? So these people, they ain't going to repent. And because of that, they're going to be found in a shitty situation. And already been found in a shitty situation. But for all these, they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. Behold, the victuals shall be so good, cheap upon earth, that they shall think themselves to be in a good case. And people thought it was in a good case before that storm came, man. Which they already knew was getting bad, it's getting tight. But it was like, well, it ain't that bad yet. But just like that, in one day, overnight, it can get that bad. It can get worse. You see? You could ever imagine. Everything is gone. People have lost everything in this storm. It says, think themselves to be in good case, and even then shall evils grow upon the earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. For many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the sword, just like an other that escape the hunger, shall the sword destroy. So people gonna die of starving to death, and the ones that don't starve to death, they're gonna get killed by the sword, violence, death, destruction. It says, and the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them, for the earth shall be wasted, and the cities shall be cast down. So this earth is going to be wasted, man, and the cities are going to be cast down. That's a little bit of what you see in that video. These are just the beginning of sorrows. It's going to get much, much worse before this thing is all said and done. All right, so hey, fear Yahweh BAHASHAM Yahawashi. Seek Yahweh BAHASHAM Yahawashi. All right, daily. We gonna surely need him in these last days, man. Bringing it back to Isaiah 24 and 10. The city of confusion is broken down. Every house is shut up that no man may come in. And the city of confusion is America. America is being broken down, and this is all being done on purpose. If you can't see that by now, then you are a damn fool. This place is being destroyed on purpose. This is all orchestrated. All right. There is a crying for wine in the streets. All joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone. And you seen them people that was in that video. They wasn't laughing and having a good time. They wasn't joking and playing around. They wasn't partying and giving it a drink. They was crying on fucking TikTok, man. Okay? watching everything that they know and own be ripped and destroyed right in front of them. You see? And the city is left desolation, and the gate is smitten with destruction. So that's the point. I pray this has been edifying to the hopeful elect. With that being said, I'm going to say Shalom, Kwame Sharala, Abba Ball. Double honors to our teachers, the elders, and apostles, great millstone who taught us his truth and sincerity, peace and salutations to the hopeful elect scattered abroad. Fear Yahweh, BAHASHAM, Yahawashi, repent, for the end is at hand. Shalom. Call HALAL, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH. Shalom. Barakatham.